Park on Championship Saturday. Should be a fun ride on the final day of the 2024 Minto U.S. Open Pickleball Championships. Ready to get our day of coverage underway on the live stream. We'll switch over to CBS Sports Network later on this afternoon to wrap this up. And you are watching Annalie Waters and her teammate Johnson against Johnson and Tardio in the mixed doubles semi-final. Winner of this one will move on to play for gold later on today here in Zing Zang Championship Court. Dave Benz alongside Chad Edwards and Melissa McCurley, and we are so happy to be on board. Such a beautiful day here in Naples and a beautiful final day for what has been a great week in this tournament.
0-0-2.
Yeah, it's a tough matchup here with Waters and Johnson. Coming up, Johnson and Tardio. All four of these players know each other pretty well, considering we've got siblings on the court as well with Georgia and JW. Johnson.
1-0-2.
And we saw Gabe Tardio out here yesterday.
Side out.
Up and coming youngster on the pickleball circuit.
0-1-1.
Quick hands, but into the net by Tardio to tie this one up at 1 apiece. Guys, going to be a fun day here in Naples, Florida. What are you looking forward to the most?
Well, I'm looking forward to certainly seeing these matches. The mixed doubles always provides a lot of high-quality play, a lot of entertainment for the crowd, and just experience this center court on a beautiful day in Naples, Florida.
Chalk has carried in the mixed doubles. The 1, 2, 3, and 4 seeds are the 4 teams still alive in the semifinals. And Waters and James Johnson, the 1 seed, against the 4 seed, Georgia Johnson and Gabe Tardio right now.
3-1-1.
Oh, nice hands there from Tardio. Waters tried to slide one down the line, but he just stayed nice and calm, nice and cool. Quick flick back and started that exchange.
So 3-1-2. Just out of the reach of Annalie from Tardio with the overhead.
One, 3-1.
Quick backhand flick of the wrist there to end that exchange off JW Johnson's paddle.
1-3-2.
JW smiled a lot yesterday on championship court.
All right, nice step over there from JW. The ball sitting up just a little too high off George's paddle. Tardio was coming forward to try to put a little bit of pressure on as well.
3-1-1.
I mentioned the 1 through 4 seeds all alive. Hunter Johnson and Paris Todd, and Megan Fudge and Andre Daescu are the other 2 remaining teams alive for mixed doubles pro here. Well-placed shot there by Georgia.
Yeah, good move there again from Tardio. Waters has tested that line a couple of times and he's held true.
1-3-1. Second serve.
Into the net to move to the second serve.
And dangerous going to the backhand of JW Johnson. So short, so compact, so powerful.
Side out.
And another side out. So 8 straight serves without a point here
3-1-1.
as we hold it 3-1. Make it 9 straight.
And nice flick there from Tardio as well. Waters coming up. Same thing, trying to put some pressure on, looking for that shake and bake. Tadio takes it straight into the body. Miss return there from Georgia Johnson.
4-1-2. Side out.
And only 1 point on that serve opportunity. Side out back over to Georgia and Gabe.
1-4-1. Second server.
I think Tadio thought that ball was coming a little harder from Waters. Tried to absorb some of the pace, but there wasn't enough pace on it to get it back over the net. Oh, just wide. Nice defense there from Johnson and Waters. Tadio reaching in with that quick flick.
And down the middle by Georgia Johnson.
Yeah, Waters tried to sell that roll with her body and ended up leaving it a little high. Cross court, nice reach in from Georgia.
How much of an adjustment, Chad, is it for Annalee when she's going over to play mixed? Because 95% of the time she's looking to take everything she can get. But when she's playing mixed with a really accomplished men's partner, she has to kind of change her game a little bit.
A little bit, but she still plays very aggressive with the as the woman in mixed doubles. Nice hands there. Predominantly playing mixed with Ben Johns. He covers a lot of court. That kind of frees her up to take some risks as well, as you know, they try to go away from Ben and give her some dead dinks. And here with JW, similar type aspect.
JW into the net to close it to 2-5.
2-5-1.
Now this time, Waters takes it down the line. Tadio has been there to cover a couple of times, but she added more power. Tadio doesn't get as good of a ball back, and that allows Annalee Waters to take a really big swing on that forehand, go right in the body of Johnson.
Side out.
And a side out. A little slow on the pace and the scoring here in this first game. Both sides so evenly matched. And Annalee telling JW to lay off of it, and he does.
Yeah, right spot there for Tadio, but did a little too much. Johnson was sitting on that forehand. Tadio chose to go crossbody, try to hit that left shoulder.
Quick hands, and Tadio wins that firefight.
6-2-2.
Nice.
Down the middle, nice winner.
Yeah, nice footwork and nice reach there from Johnson. That's something that he does really well. You watch him as he slides over. Oh, we see the replay of that ball going between Georgia and Gabe. Johnson, when he slides over, he doesn't take a big swing. He's out in front, his wrist and forearm strength.
And that's just what I was going to mention. He's just got such great wrist strength that ball was already taking a downward trajectory, and he was able to use that wrist strength to still hit a winner down the middle.
Yeah, absolutely. And we see it a lot on his backhand side as well.
Oh, Annalie just misses on the ATP, and that'll be a side out.
That one flattened out on her a little bit. She was trying to get the outside part of the ball and shape that back in, but wasn't quite able to do it.
And Georgia Johnson down the middle to get another point. If you want your child to become a great professional pickleball player, change your family last name to either Johns or Johnson. Because they have been all over this sport.
Oh, got him.
Not sure that's what he wanted to do, but he'll take the result.
That one, I mean, it was a little bit higher than what JW wanted, but you saw how much power came out of that forehand to start that exchange.
Ooh, Annalie.
Yeah, and that what a really smart time to do a lob there, and very well disguised. It looked like he was just going to take a flick of the wrist and throw it down the middle as well, and he threw up a lob.
Yeah, Taddeo has plenty of shots in his bag of tricks. Oh, there it is right there too. Little reverse. Sets like he's going to hit a backhand and then just flips over the hand, speed up, elevated in the waters, and they're going to take a timeout.
We will take a quick break as well. It is 5-8-2 right now in game one here in Naples, Florida. Minto U.S. Open Pickleball Championships, powered by Margaritaville, are brought to you by Latitude, Margaritaville, and Minto. Change your latitude to the active adult paradise of Latitude, Margaritaville. By Skechers Pickleball. Experience comfort that performs with the Viper Court Pro. By Naples, Marco Island, and the Everglades, Florida's Paradise Coast. And by Margaritaville Hotels and Resorts. Check in and chill out at margaritavilleresorts.com.
But that's okay.
Back in Naples, Florida, Annalie Waters. Hard to believe I went through the list of all the gold medal winners and the pro events here all time, and Annalie Waters still looking for her first all-time gold medal in Naples, Florida at the U.S. Open.
Yeah, we've missed her for a few years, so it's certainly glad to have her back here on championship court.
5-8-2.
And I finally did go through, guys, and I'm going to double check my math because I did the adding right as we were coming on the live stream. So when we have a break, I'll double check it. But unofficially, your all-time gold medalists here at the U.S. Open. There is a tie at the top. Simone Jarging, 13 golds. Jennifer Dawson, 13 golds. And then you've got Ben Johns has won 9, Scott Moore has won 8, and Dave Weinbach has won 7.
Oh, that's pretty there from Taddeo. We were talking about it yesterday with the two-hand dink that's becoming more predominant now. And it's that quick roll, and Taddeo just takes full acceleration of that paddle.
And how do you defend against that, Chad? I mean, that looks like a relatively new, or at least extreme angle that we haven't seen, certainly out here on this court.
I mean, the only option with that one is if you read it and you're hitting it around the post. Nice move there from Taddeo.
With the Ernie, Tardio's playing really well today. He was good yesterday. I feel like he's at a slightly higher level in this one than what we saw yesterday even.
Well, Gabe enjoys playing against JW. They're, you know, those of you at home have probably heard of the Johnson 5. That includes JW and Georgia, obviously, and then Gabe Tardio. No. Gabe Tardio, Dylan Frazier, and Millie Rain. They're all 5 of those players all train together, work with Julie Johnson, Mircea Marariu. So yeah, that's the Johnson 5 when you hear it.
Okay, I had not heard that one, so that's good to know. I just thought you were going to name off a bunch of Johnsons.
And you mentioned, Chad, about the training and the coaching. I mean, I just don't think we can say enough about how important that is for these young kids that are, as they're growing through the pro ranks.
Yeah, absolutely. And now that there's a little bit more money in pickleball, you're seeing a lot more pros seeking out the coaching. Before, they're all kind of doing it themselves. Oh, big forehand there from Johnson. Yeah, the pros used to all do it themselves, or they were coaching other people to then go and play in the tournaments, or you're drilling and partner training with the other pros, and then you go out and compete against them on the weekend. So.
Yeah.
Game point, and they'll have to wait to wrap up this game, as that is a side out. Or excuse me,
no, that's game.
Sorry, that was long. That is the game. 11-5 in favor of Waters and JW Johnson here in game 1. And they are 1 game away from moving on here in the mixed doubles. One more look as Tardio hits that one just a little bit too long. And that's into the wind, folks. Game number 2 coming your way here from Naples, Florida after this quick timeout.
Margaritaville. It's not just a state of mind. Now it's a place to live. Introducing Latitude Margaritaville. New homes in 55 and better communities where you can live the Margaritaville lifestyle every day. Find your new home at latitudemargaritaville.com.
Here on Florida's Paradise Coast, you can't help but think, if only every beach was this beautiful. If only every adventure was this exciting. If only every dinner was this special. If only every sky was this dramatic. All of which proves one thing. When you want a vacation to deliver only the finest of everything, only Paradise will do. Naples, Marco Island, and the Everglades, Florida's Paradise Coast.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the U.S. Open Pickleball Championships. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the U.S. Open Pickleball Championships.
Match point, it's all up to me. Nothing can get in my way. And when they ask, what are you gonna do next? I'll say, I'm going. Oh.
We're going to Margaritaville!
You can go to Margaritaville too. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
Back here in Naples, Florida, good look at the rest of the East Naples Community Park setup. As there's pickleball going on all over this park, not just on Zing Zang Championship Court. But this is where all the attention focuses as we get to Championship Saturday. So glad you could be along with us on this live stream. Waters and James Johnson found a groove there late, and going to carry that momentum here into game 2.
Oh, trying to double up down the line there against Tardio. And a lead catching both net cords.
Annalee able to tag Georgia, so that will get the side out at 0-1-1.
Don't test the forehand of Annalee Waters. That's all I'm going to say.
Side out.
And move to 0-1-2.
0-1-1.
Off the net. That was a fun firefight to watch. You hate to see it end with it going off the net like that.
And Chad, you talk about the forehand. I mean, the backhand is just as lethal. It's do everything you can to move her around and try to keep it out of her wheelhouse.
Oh, look at that, Melissa. It's almost like you chalked that one up, queued that one up perfectly.
1-1-2. Side out.
That's an excellent job there from JW and Annalee Waters. And typically, you know, it's something that you're not going to take notice of, but Tadio is trying to be a little bit more aggressive. They started pinching him to that corner on the backhand. That one he stayed home. But the previous point, they pinched him to that backhand side and then took it cross court. So with him having to try and cover so much ground, it's difficult for him to be aggressive.
Nice backhand, two-handed style from Georgia Johnson.
So you heard Annalee say sorry right there. She wasn't looking for that second counterattack to go cross-court. Once it went cross-court to Georgia, gave her too much reaction time and actually put that ball behind JW, so gave her the opening down the line.
Point.
You know, in that roll shot, Chad, it seems to be one of those, like, you know, high-risk, high-reward type of shots.
It is, especially if you try moving before you've fully executed, because you're adding top spin to it. If the body starts moving and the left hand actually now comes over the top of the ball, then it pushes it down in the net, which is what we saw from JW on that one.
Tadio too deep on the lob. This 2-1 lead, by the way, is the first time in this match that Georgia and Gabe have had a lead. Will it be short-lived?
Point.
Ooh, Georgia, a little surprised that she missed that one into the net. Got a little too tall. But you're seeing two different dinking strategies from Georgia and Annalee. Annalee is a lot more topspin. Georgia's more open face cut.
Point.
Annalee right down the middle, finds the back.
And, you know, Annalee does a really good job of playing the ball to the best spot she needs to, whichever way it's coming to, regardless of the player that's on the other side of the net.
Yeah, another good aggressive forehand there from Annalee to set it up for JW. And I think that's an important part that you just brought up right there, Melissa, is a lot of the times when you're trying to force a position and the ball isn't actually giving you that option, that's when the mistakes come in. But if you play the ball that's given to you regardless of the opponent on the other side and you're executing your shots, Well, that's part of what you were talking about earlier too, Dave. Anna Lee has so much power, and her ability to move is so good that even when the male partner's pulled off the court, she's stepping in and playing that aggressive role.
And no matter who she's playing with, even if it's Ben Johns, they're okay with that.
Yes.
Timeout being taken 5-2 in favor of Waters and Johnson. The Minto U.S. Open Pickleball Championships, powered by Margaritaville, are brought to you by Gamma Pickleball, the official grip of the U.S. Open Pickleball Championships. By Yola, for the champion in you. By Southern Tide, the premium coastal lifestyle brand. And by Paddle Tech, the paddle of champions. Let's go again.
Back here, Zing Zang Championship court. Mixed pro doubles semifinal with J.W. Johnson and Anna Lee Waters up 5-2 in game 2 after taking game 1 11-5.
Yes, yes. Your score's 5.
We will have bonus coverage following this one. We'll bring you
Time in.
a match from the Consolation bracket. Raised to 15.
Second server.
JW into the net, move to the second serve.
And those are good counters there from Georgia. Was able to create the downward angle. Ooh, nice drive there from Anna Lee Waters. But when you get in those hand exchanges, it usually goes to the player that can get that downward angle first. If it's staying linear, and certainly we don't want it down up. And again, that one just a little bit below the net. So now once you get that downward angle and your opponent's hitting up on it, each time it makes it easy to get the downward angle, and they're going to flirt with the net like that one there that hit off the net and went out wide, or it's going to give you that opportunity of a ball coming up high.
What's the best way to counter that, Chad?
At that point, once you get the downward angle, it's more of a reset than trying to be aggressive with it.
Great coverage by Anna Lee. Finally couldn't catch up to that one out of Tardio, though. And Johnson and Tardio back within 2.
4-6-1.
Oh, nice pickup.
Tardio switches to the finesse, but JW would be like, you didn't like that?
No.
ATP well defended by Georgia.
And I'll tell you the reason why I didn't like it is because Tardio and Johnson had JW and Anna Lee in a position of defense. Tardio tries to, and that's a part of knowing your audience. If you don't have somebody that doesn't move all that well on the court, yeah, sure, drop it forward, drop it short once they're back at the baseline. A nice backhand there from JW. But when you're playing against two people that move so well, now you've brought them up to the kitchen again and you've taken away your advantage. You're now back on equal ground, and then that allowed JW and Anna Lee to go back on the attack. Oh, she got it. She got it. She got it, but he crossed the plane of the net without hitting the ball.
So that'll move it to 7-4. That's too bad because Georgia did get over there in time.
And referee Kathy Postleway was all over that call.
He might have had the Ernie if it didn't catch the net. lets the lob bounce. Tardio flicks his wrist.
A little unlucky there.
And that ball catching the net there from JW. You know, we talk about something that has shape and heavy topspin and something that catches the net cord. It's less than half an inch between the difference of hitting below the ball or hitting behind the ball.
Annalee all smiles. No shot at a Triple Crown here. She opted not to play in singles earlier this week, but very much alive to win her first 2 gold medals ever at this tournament. About the only thing she hasn't accomplished in this sport. JW with the attack and the finish.
And Dave, you mentioned Annalee's accomplishments. I did a little research this morning. 24 Triple Crowns and 100 career titles. She can add to those here today. The titles, that is.
9-4-2.
So going for the second set of 100. Johnson goes up top to finish that one, and we have match point.
The recognition and anticipation there from Annalee Waters. You want to talk the difference of the top pro and other pros. It comes down to that anticipation.
And there it is. JW and Annalee moving on. 11-5, 11-4. And they have a date in the finals here in Naples, Florida. Our mother Lee giving her a high five. Pretty good combination. Took them a little while, guys, to find a groove. That first game was neck and neck for quite a while, and then once they found the next gear, it was lights out.
Yeah, and that definitely was a next gear because Gabriel Tardio and Georgia Johnson really weren't playing that bad.
All right, we're stepping aside for a quick moment. We will continue our coverage from Naples after this quick timeout.
From the jungle, up in the trees. I got a few tricks up in the sleeve. One wrong move, I'ma let out the big shoes, check out the crease. Blow like I'm Bigfoot, step on the beat. Make a man's run till he step out the crease. When the whole place scream, gotta get out the. I don't need your money, you can pay me in respect. Cause once I do it big, what's to follow is a check.
The road to number 1 is never easy, but staying on top is just as hard. Winning becomes more than a goal. It becomes an expectation. Practices get longer, training more intense. Every game needs to be your best, because that's what you're gonna get. So, is it all worth it? Paddle Tech. Let's go again.
Less is more. Less is less beer.
Fat tire.
People play pickleball for exercise, competition, or to hang out with friends. What your reason is doesn't matter to Gamma. What matters is that you play, that you enjoy playing with passion, and you have so much fun you can't wait to play again. At Gamma, we offer paddles perfect for all levels, including yours, because pickleball is about you, the player, and what feels right. Pickleball is your game. Make Gamma your paddle. Play to live, live to play. Gamma Pickleball.
Well, Annalie getting in on the party. Trying to convince JW to give some dance moves. He wasn't biting.
Well, he bit a little bit. He did it for about 5 seconds.
That was a nibble more than a bite.
Hey, I can't blame him.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. That's the JW moves right there.
That's me on any dance floor ever.
the quintessential.
Yeah, exactly. The robot man.
Just doing the two-step.
Rusty's out there. Rusty House with Pickleball Channel. Did a great job announcing a lot of those matches early in the week. This is the world's biggest pickleball party, and that is what it has really become known as. It's why so many people come back here every single year. They really just want to be a part of this environment and laugh a little.
Yeah, and it's a great environment. Dave, you said something earlier. There's a lot going on outside of this championship court as well. There's, we got 59 other courts at play. We got a player village out there, all kinds of food, fan zones, beer gardens, cornhole. I mean, you got all kinds of things going on out there.
And we're going to have more action coming your way on this live stream. Don't go anywhere. Our coverage of the Minto U.S. Open Pickleball Championships will continue with a race to 15 in just a few moments.
right, and welcome back here to Xing Zhang Championship Court. We have a mixed doubles pro consolation match. This will be 1 game to 15, win by 2. We got Millie Rain and Dylan Frazier going to take on Yana Newell and Yates Johnson, and this should be a great one.
We'll take a look at Millie Rain, partnering up with Georgia Johnson on the women's pro doubles. Right here, Dylan Frazier had a tough one against Georgia Johnson and Gabe Tardio, knocking them down.
Her partner from Ashland, Missouri, Dylan Frazier.
They're going, and we'll take a look at Dylan Frazier out of Ashland, Missouri, who was originally going to school for dentistry.
Really?
Yep. Decided to give pickleball a try. He's done a pretty good job of going professional so far. I'm going to take a look at Yates Johnson right here. New Braunfels, Texas. Won silver here in pro singles last year and a silver in men's pro doubles with his brother Hunter Johnson. And he is partnering up with Yana Newell.
We saw Yana out here yesterday on Championship Court.
Yeah, partnering in women's doubles with Paris Todd.
They ended up on the short end of things with the Waters as their opponent. Lee Waters playing almost as good as Annalie yesterday.
Unbelievable. I look forward to seeing them out here again later today, but it was fantastic, and for Lee Waters to be off the court as long as she has and play at such a high level is pretty impressive.
I thought Dylan Frazier was really impressive yesterday as well. So many young up-and-comers in the sport. It's just, mind-boggling to think about the future of the sport and where it is heading with the quality of play.
Right, and so many of these players, were playing amateur right here at the U.S. Open just a few years ago. To see their growth and development and rising to the pro ranks, and to your point, Dave, this is really still a very young sport, still evolving. We didn't even have pro pickleball until about 4 years ago. So the opportunity to see new up-and-coming rising stars from 1 year to the next is a very high rate. And Chad, you and your national team efforts and the coaching and the opportunity to see some of these new aspiring pros.
With the Next Gen series, the Next Gen national team, we just had our first Next Gen of 2023 in San Antonio in February. We had 74 young men playing singles there.
Wow.
So the growth of pickleball is strong.
So Chad, I'm going to ask you, and I'm sure you guys get asked this all the time, because I get the one most common question that I probably get asked consistently is, when is it going to be in the Olympics? And 2028 is closed.
Well, because 2028 is closed. 2032 may be an option as a exhibition, but the hardest part is, one, getting it in front of the IOC, but two is, let's put it this way, we're 2024 right now. We're not going to see it in the Olympics for probably at least 12 years.
Right. But
because we've already missed 28. 32 will probably be an exhibition. 36 might be the first option or the first chance that it would be in the Olympics.
But even adding it as an exhibition, which, by the way, 2032, the Olympics are back in Australia. I looked that up last night. So Brisbane, Australia will be for the 2032 Olympics.
And that's where they're pushing for the exhibition. Pickleball Australia, the Australian Institute of Sport, are trying to push for that for an exhibition in Brisbane. But you have to have a certain percentage of countries that play the sport as well.
Yeah, I believe there need to be internationally 75 international governing bodies. And I know pickleball's getting close. I don't think it's there yet,
It's
but
not
I know
quite
it's getting
there
close.
Yep.
And we are underway here in this consolation match.
Second serve.
Move to the second server here is Newell and Johnson. Jump out to this 1-0-2 lead.
And Chad, do you think we'll see a pretty even match here? Or?
I think it has the opportunity to be relatively even. I think what it's going to come down to is the aggression coming out of the guys between Dylan Frazier and Yates Johnson.
Nice job to not touch the net there when she went in to get that.
Because Millie Rain and Jana Newell are very, very even on the women's side. Have partnered together in a couple of tournaments, have very similar play styles.
Great take and finish by Frazier.
And that's the difficulty there going up against Dylan Frazier. He reads the ball really well. His hands are extremely quick, and he's able to stay short and compact with that swing. He's only got really 1 or 2 spots that you can jam him up, and that's from the right hip to the right armpit. But on the other side, if Yates Johnson's forehand comes alive, he hits some of the heaviest topspin balls that you'll ever see. Like, I've seen him rip a drive from the baseline that has landed 6 inches behind the kitchen line.
Yates, 29 years old. Lives in New Braunfels, Texas now, but was originally born in New Mexico.
1-1-2.
Oh, Frazier unlucky with the net there.
And a good double up there from Jana Newell. Sped it up with the forehand, and they cleared the backhand. Just got enough on it to throw off the timing on Dylan Frazier. And watch for Millie Rain and her ability to speed up through the middle as well. Has a very good step back forehand flick. Ooh, just slides it down the line.
That did just catch in.
Newell selling that with the body after a couple of cross-court balls with Rain.
And Yates gets handcuffed off the shot from Millie. So tied at 2.
Now Rain read that speed up from Yates Johnson very well. Stayed nice and short and compact with it.
2-2-2.
You saw her go cross body.
Again, this is a race to 15 out of the consolation bracket. Both sides trying to stay alive to perhaps win a bronze.
Oh, we actually changed that draw this year.
We did. We changed the draw this year to where once you are down in the consolation, the best you can play is 5th. It's the losers of the semis that are playing for the bronze medal.
Okay, well, there you go.
Yeah, and that is something that we've not...
Dave wasn't paying attention to you yesterday when you talked about that.
Me not paying attention? Stop the presses.
I just had to take a little jab there.
That's okay. I'll just make up for it by letting you read the Italian soccer promo on the CBS show.
Hey, I'm all over it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Nobody understands half of the stuff I say anyway, so, you know.
to the side out. I'll give it back over to
2-2-1.
Millie and Dylan at 2-2-1.
Oh, nice spot there from Yates Johnson. Just hoods that forehand, sets up with the body like he's going to push back out wide. Inside out forehand to the backhand of Frazier, but then last minute just shapes it back through the middle.
So no medal, but the pro divisions are paying through 8th place.
Yes.
So there is money to be determined here. So there is plenty of motivation here in this consolation bracket, and that was nicely played by Jana Newell.
Well, and that's smart from Newell there as well, because you saw Frazier hit that backhand and then come back to the forehand, and that's where Newell has gone a couple of times, where she's gone backhand, forehand. This time she doubles up on the backhand, catches Frazier moving.
Second serve.
And good coverage there from Rain.
2-2-2.
Oh.
Side out.
Unfortunate there for Yates. Very fortunate for Dylan Frazier.
2-2-1. Point.
Yates just catching that one a little late. Saw the paddle go behind the shoulder.
Point.
First time in this game we've had points on consecutive serves.
Yeah, we'll see a good move here from Dylan Frazier. Recognizes that Newell's going to roll that cross court.
Newell into the net. Another windy day here in Naples.
Second serve.
Oh, that actually worked out there for Johnson. He was a little overextended himself, didn't try to do too much with it, just rolled it, and then Frazier, expecting it to come harder, was a little ahead of it.
5-2-2.
Jana catches a break off the net.
Well, you talk about the wind. If you've spent any prolonged periods of time down here in Southwest Florida, you want the wind, because otherwise it is ridiculously hot and humid.
Today is the most humid day I think we've had all week, even with the wind.
3-5-1.
But still quite comfortable. And how good is that right down the line out of Yates?
Yeah, good move there from Yates Johnson. Controls the body well, controls the swing. Just a little inside out change of direction behind Frazier.
And then Jana Newell going down the line. Look at the wind blowing in the background. And we are protected to an extent here with the sunshade and the stands, but some of the wind still does come through here.
And I never know if it's windy or if it's just this fan that sits up here behind us blowing.
You have a constant breeze on the back of your leg.
Constant.
Well, I'm not complaining about that fan either. There's a little bit of sweat running down the back of my neck right now.
Yates leaves it short. Yeah, no one's complaining about that fan here. That's a. But you're right. I've thought that too. I'm like, oh, that is just the fan.
Second serve.
5-5-2. We will get an end change at 8 in this race to 15. Look able to catch up to
nice
it.
Defense.
And then Frazier plays a nice angle, but it's out according to Yates. And that'll be a side out.
It's a close one down the line there for Frazier. Now that one's wide.
And that'll move to 6-5.
Oh.
The backhand two-handed down the line in the corner by Yates Johnson.
Yeah, Rain coming from the uncoil of the stack. Thought that ball was going to be wide, but Johnson had enough shape on it, got outside it enough to curl it back in.
Yates tries to drive that one, but catches the net, so Yana will take over the serve.
Oh, nice pickup.
That was really good.
And this is a game to 15, so they're going to have an end change at 8.
And probably Rain and Frazier not complaining about that, because had it not been an end change, they might have been thinking about a timeout right now, as it has swelled to an 8-5 lead. It was 5-2 not that long ago in favor of Rain and Frazier, but Johnson and Newell have found their gear. Let's take a moment to recognize some of the fantastic sponsors who bring this tournament alive each and every year. The official beer of the U.S. Open Pickleball Championships is Fat Tire. The official paddle is Paddle Tech, the official ball. Since the inception, the Franklin X40. Franklin is the official bag. Gamma, the official grip. The official footwear, as we showed you yesterday, was Skechers. Deco Turf, the official court surface. Kitch Pickleball, the official apparel. Polestar, the official car. More Sports, the official court builder. Kovitz Investment Group, the official wealth management. Dolphin Transportation, the official transportation. Official water bottle is Takea. Official homeopathic medicine is Arnicare. And I didn't even get through the whole list. That's how many people have clamored to get on board with sponsoring this fantastic tournament. Timeout favors Rain and Frazier on the end change as they get the serve back.
Yeah, nice spot there again from Yana Newell. She's doing an excellent job changing up the spots on Dylan Frazier. This time, nice step back, good load on that right leg.
Well, Rain and Frazier, after having that 5-2 lead, Chad, they've been scoreless on 6 consecutive serves.
Oh, just missed that one deep. Little hesitation on that second attack there from Newell. So she ended up getting to it just a fraction late.
8-5-2.
Yates just pulled that one a little wide. I'm liking the aggression coming out of Newell. She's stepping forward, taking her opportunities, hitting good spots.
Yana went for the speed up, and Dylan Frazier had an answer.
Good anticipation, good reaction there from Frazier. Newell had gunned him down the line a couple of times. She tried to change the spot, but Frazier was all over it, and a nice drop there from Millie Rain.
7-8-1.
And 3 straight points to pull even here for Frazier and Rain after that end change.
Yeah, a couple of unforced errors.
And now Newell and Johnson want to catch their breath as we are halfway through this race to 15. Knotted at 8 apiece in Naples, Florida. Time back in. Rain and Frazier with a little bit of momentum now here, looking to take the lead. And indeed they do.
Unforced errors, as we've seen all week long when we look back at the stats. And the crucial statistic between the win and the loss.
And another point is Newell gets tagged, couldn't get out of the way.
Good drive, good pressure there from Frazier.
6 serves and 6 points after the end change.
This time Newell says, nope. Not gonna let you get me a couple of times. Stays nice and short and compact with that two-hand.
But another unforced.
Timeout receiver, 12-8.
And they are going to use their final timeout. Millie Rain and Dylan Frazier right now on a roll with this 12-8 lead. Real quick, I'll finish the list of the official products here. The official vitamin and supplement is Nature Made. 1,000 Stories, the official wine. Total Pickleball, the official E. Taylor. And the official wellness drink is Good Idea. Just so many sponsors. I mean, you walk through that vendor tent, and it's not really a tent anymore. It's more like a vendor city.
Yeah, and a lot of great vendors, a lot of great things on sale in there. There's entertainment that goes on. There's a live band that plays in the afternoon. All kinds of good sales on there. So if you're listening and here at the venue, be sure to check out those sales before you leave the park today.
Frazier and Rain 3 points away. Newell and Johnson, next stop would be a side out.
Now, good eye there from Frazier, and a nice reach in speed up from Millie Rain.
Point.
Well, it's a game of runs right now.
Yeah, it seems like just a couple of minutes ago it was 8-8.
Well, it's a 9-point run from Frazier and Rain.
Side out.
And the side out, so we'll have to wait. It was 8-5 in favor of
14-1.
Johnson and Newell.
Second serve.
Nice step over there from Frazier.
8-14-2.
Oh, that's an excellent spot there. Frazier takes it on the forehand. Johnson sitting a little bit backhand, goes right into that right armpit. So difficult to switch backhand. He tries to take that, ends up,
It's like a missed overhead.
You just needed to be ambidextrous and switch the paddle to the other hand. You would have been fine.
Ooh, Jack Monroe.
That was game point number 2. This is game point number 3. Frazier did a nice job getting back up to the line after defending those lobs, and then finally puts it away for the win. Really impressive by Dylan Frazier. Took over on that final point, and Rain and Frazier, they move on in the consolation bracket 15-8.
Yeah, and that was a great job of looking at how to run down a lob and get yourself back into an offensive position. I think we'll see it again here.
Yeah,
Steps around the lob.
Good drop there from Frazier. Rolls it again into the kitchen, and then steps up, applies that pressure. And you just look at the footwork.
Frazier did it all there.
And it looked like there at the end, Yananua thought it might go long.
Yeah, she was hoping. She was hoping it would go long. It did not. We're stepping aside. Our coverage from Naples continues after this.
Another game? I'm done for the day, and so is my shoulder.
Reach for Arnicare when sore muscles take you out of the game. This scientifically formulated pain reliever has no strong medicine smell, no greasy residue, and can be applied directly to where it hurts. Arnicare is powered by Arnica, an ingredient that has been trusted for centuries to provide relief for muscle pain, stiffness, and bruising. Don't let pain stop you from doing what you love. Reach for Arnicare and get back into the game. Available where you shop.
Start your day with Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand.
At first, it was just a team. Now I can't imagine my life without them.
That coach changed our son, on the field and off.
As we take a walk through the grounds around East Naples Community Park here. Plenty of shade, plenty of spectators. And we're stepping back inside Zing Zang Championship Court. You see Megan Fudge there on the left, Hunter Johnson on the right. And Paris Todd and Andre Diescu. It'll be Johnson and Todd, the 2 seed, taking on Fudge and Diescu, the 3 seed, in our second semifinal of mixed pro doubles.
All right, here we go with our mixed doubles semifinal. Hunter Johnson, Paris Todd against Megan Fudge and Andre Daescu. And there's a look at the resume for Megan Fudge. Took a couple of medals in 2023 in Naples, Florida. Andre Daescu trying to add to his resume as well. See his resume last year, U.S. Open Pro Doubles champ, split age champ. So, look at the other Johnson, Hunter Johnson, his brother Yates, not JW, and his teammate Paris Todd. Paris Todd was a Triple Crown winner here last year. And in fact, she medaled as well in the split age last year. So took home 3 golds and a silver last year here in Naples. Did not play in singles this year here in Naples, Florida.
Right, so she doesn't have that opportunity to get a second Triple Crown.
Daescu already has one gold here this week, teaming with Lee Whitwell to win the split mixed doubles.
He's got
title.
two golds, actually. He won the men's pro split with Dave Weinbach. So took 2 golds in the pro split age.
Correct. Yes, that is correct. Thank you. Yep. So he's had a pretty good week. He'd like to continue winning that that men's pro split. That was the second year he and Weinbach emerged victorious in that bracket.
Well, we'll see him later today in the men's pro doubles final, playing with Gabe Taddeo.
82 degrees right now here in Naples. It is a little bit humid, but not too shabby.
Game 1, time in, 0-0-2.
So we are ready to go. Fudge with the opening serve of this semifinal. And she was unable to get that return from Hunter Johnson.
That out. 0-0-1.
Quick hands by Paris, but deep on that return. Paris and Hunter won this bracket last year, teamed together.
Nice reach in there from Daescu.
So Fudge, another opportunity here.
Second server.
But unable to come up with that.
0-0-2.
Daescu reaches in to take it. Oh, it stayed alive, and Megan Fudge finishes it.
Johnson standing there trying to read Fudge and see if he could get that easy Ernie on the court, but Fudge split in the middle. If Todd had stepped over the middle there, she had the opportunity to roll it out wide, so tough situation there.
And they'll move to 2-0.
2-0-2.
Ooh, good duck. Todd just coming up out of the crouch there when she went to speed that one up, ended up elevating the ball with that movement.
3-0-2.
Good two-handed backhand there by Paris. And the side out, we'll get it back over to Paris and Hunter.
And Chad, do you think a pretty evenly matched matchup here?
0-3-1.
Yeah, Todd and Johnson went up against Diascu quite a few times in 2023. Took a couple of golds against him. At that time, Diascu was playing with Susanna Barr. Fudge and Diascu, new partnership here for 2024. But ultimately, when you're playing against Diascu and Fudge, it comes down to unforced errors. Diascu and Fudge are both so consistent and so good at defense. They make you work for every point.
Second serve.
Move to the second serve. I was going to ask you, Megan married to Riley DeHart, and do they not like playing together?
Do you see too many married couples playing pickleball together?
0-3-1. Second serve.
Into the net. Move to the second serve.
0-3-2.
And good put away there by Hunter Johnson.
Point.
And finally, Hunter and Paris on the board.
1-3-2.
A nice roll there.
Yeah, and that was almost set up almost on Hunter Johnson's serve. What a great serve out wide.
Yeah, and he is able to really rip that serve. Another player that uses heavy topspin. And that's part of when we were talking about the two-hand backhand roll on that backhand side. You saw Johnson trying to come back to the middle a little too soon there. Now with that movement, it takes you from hitting below the ball to the top of the ball.
Oh, Fudge into the net.
That was a good setup there from Diascu, going right into the left hip of Johnson. Fudge was just a little late with her slide.
3-2-2. Side out.
On the side out. Neither one of these teams able to get any separation yet.
2-3-1.
Ooh, ooh.
Yeah, and that's just tough. There's really nothing you can do when it's coming right to your chest like that.
No, and Fudge typically is pretty good at sliding to the right to clear that backhand there. She just got caught up a little bit.
And that might not have even been an out ball, so she couldn't have made a full-on dive to get out of the way. Into the net. So 3-3-2.
3-3-2.
Nice move there from Johnson, recognizing that Fudge was going to try and keep Todd back. The steps over, goes right in the body of Diascu.
4-3-2.
Oh, it stays in.
And Chad, some people may say, well, shouldn't that serve been replayed? It was a let serve.
Not here. Not with the U.S. Open. Yeah, it's U.S. Open standalone tournament. Some of the tours have different rules regarding the let serve.
3-4-1.
So many players getting their start right here at the U.S. Open.
Three, 4-2.
3-4-2. Fudge and Diascu have gone 5 straight serves without a point. Make it 6 straight.
Good ball movement there from Todd and Johnson. Fudge getting caught with the body, just turned ever so slightly.
And there is so much importance in being able to move the ball around, kind of get your opponents off balance to create opportunities.
Well played, sort of Ernie there by Diascu.
4-3-2.
Hunter Johnson, who says his biggest sports influence growing up was Tim Tebow. And another point here. Favorite vacation spot is Maui. Not too shabby.
No, it's not a great role model that he's named off there, and great vacation spot.
Side out.
Side out as he puts that one into the net. By the way, Hunter Johnson, I got to go through my list. I had about 30 players return a questionnaire I sent to them. And one of the questions I asked was, what's a non-pickleball skill you're proud of? A surprisingly large number said that they can juggle, including Hunter Johnson.
Really?
Yeah.
Juggle.
How many balls are we talking about?
It doesn't. I didn't include that on the list. How many, can you
mind
juggle?
of an analyst.
I can do 3. I can't do 4.
Point.
Ball went behind one of the signs back there.
4-5-2. Side out.
Diascu wants that one back. Timing was just a little late. Got a little too deep on that drive.
5-4-1. Second serve.
That'll move to the second serve.
Five, 4-2.
Nice dig there by Hunter. Not much Paris could do with that one, though.
Well, I will say that's one part of Diascu's game that has really upped over the last 6-7 months or so is his power on those higher balls and his ability to really hit it through the court. It's a lot different than the tennis overhead where you're thinking about hitting it hard down into the court. With pickleball, it ends up taking a lot of the pace out of that ball. Again, that ball just getting too quick on Fudge. She's trying to slide, but with the pace, it's coming at her. Ends up getting caught.
Lob by Todd carries out.
And certainly hard to lob Diascu.
Nice angle played there by Hunter.
And well disguised, too. It looked like he was actually going to go out to the left of Andre Diascu.
Yeah, just brings that hand and paddle around the outside part of the ball there. That ball's just, Todd had the opening.
Second service.
Just rushed it a little bit.
And it looks like the wind as well, not necessarily to their back, but almost coming across. Yeah.
It's like a mixer in here right now. One time you look up at the flags and it's blowing out direction. The next one, it's back the other way. Who knows? Who knows in here on championship court?
I think it's that little fan that's causing it.
6-6-2.
Ooh, nice defense
nice
by Megan Fudge. Wow.
That looked like Fudge was in trouble there. Johnson getting control of the point, but this block right here, able to get it back down below the net.
Megan Fudge, originally from Dusseldorf, Germany.
6-6-1.
She officially did list her current residence as the RV. So depending on wherever her RV is parked, that's her residence.
Six, 6-2.
That was a hard one because it's going deep corner of the court right there. Potentially looked like it was going out, but you know, Todd may have been right there where it may have dropped in the backside of the court.
7-6-2.
The Franklin X40 replay. Great job by our crew in the truck, by the way, all week long, bringing us those fantastic replays. Into the net by Diescu and the side out.
A good spot there from Todd. Goes at the backhand and then slides across the body. Diescu's trying to follow it, but once he gets to that right hip, it's tough to get extension.
6-7-1.
It's Nick and Bella who are running the tape, and they've done a fantastic job. And not a lot of tournaments under their belt for this job. They have really picked it up in a hurry. Off the net. That was nice by Diescu. After Johnson sent it on the angle, he got it, and then he got in position to be able to put it away.
Well, that's where Diescu excels, is with his court coverage. I mean, the man's 6'4", 6'5". He's got a stride of about 7 feet. Only takes him a step and a half to cover one side of the court.
And the side out. You see the enthusiasm out of Megan Fudge. This game has been tight from the onset. So I went to dinner last night with our executive producer, Ray Koliakovo, and part of our crew, and I would have gotten this number wrong, but I'm curious if you guys want to guess how many cameras we have working our coverage this year at the Open.
6.
Chad?
I'm going with 11.
14 cameras.
I was close.
It has definitely gone up. That's counting some of the static cameras and the net cam. They're not all manned, but
oh, that's all. I missed those four ones there on the net.
Diescu didn't miss the opportunity there to get it to 8-6. And that's going to prompt a timeout being taken here by Todd and Johnson. We'll take a quick Takea hydration break as well. The Minto U.S. Open Pickleball Championships, powered by Margaritaville, are brought to you by Total Pickleball, your one-stop pickleball shop. Free 2-day shipping on the widest selection of products. By Franklin X40, the official ball of the U.S. Open Pickleball Championships. By Takea, hydration is an all-day game. And by the U.S. Open Pickleball Championships, save the date, April 26th to May 3rd, 2025. Naples, Florida, not short on options. And the U.S. Open Pickleball Championships are a pretty good option as well. Need to come down here if you have not. It is just absolutely fantastic. I've been to the beach for 4 sunsets this week, guys, and everyone has been pristine.
You have been to the beach more times than I have in the last 8 years that I've lived down here. Just in this week alone.
You're missing out, man. Those sunsets are awesome.
Oh, I know. I know.
Fudge and Diaskew out of the timeout.
9-6-1.
Come up 9-6. This was last night. Ray Koliakovo grabbing a quick shot at it. And that will take us to game point. The sun setting on Todd and Johnson in this first game, but not before they take another Takea hydration break. We'll take a break as well. Game point coming up. The Minto U.S. Open Pickleball Championships, powered by Margaritaville, are brought to you by Nature Made, the official vitamin of the U.S. Open Pickleball Championships. By Arnicare, fragrance-free pain and bruise relief. Up your game without the pain. Available where you shop. And by Franklin, the official bag of the U.S. Open Pickleball Championships. And remember, you can purchase the official U.S. Open Pickleball Championships apparel at kitschpickleball.com.
Oh, there's another one.
More shots. By the way, this is off of Ray's cell phone.
Is it really?
Like, how good is cell phone technology now? I mean,
wow. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we only have Simone and I only have a few more sunsets down here in Naples. We're moving to Nashville in a couple of months.
Really?
Yep.
That is breaking news. That is, Nashville is a hot spot. My radio show broadcast partner, we do this show in a virtual studio. He's in Franklin, Tennessee, right outside Nashville.
Yep, so we're actually in Mount Juliet. We were looking at Franklin, but went a little bit north of Nashville. Oh, he adjusted to it, but tried to absolutely destroy that ball.
Seems like he kind of floated in the air.
10-6-2.
And they get the side out, so 2 game points are staved off. Johnson and Todd still alive here.
6-10-1.
Good read there from Diaskew. Recognizing that ball was just going to float long from Todd.
6-10-2.
Down the line from Megan Fudge, but not finding the line, so close it to 7-10.
7-10-2.
Make it 8-10.
Now we're going to get a timeout from Fudge and Diaskew here.
So Todd and Johnson not going quietly. in a nip and tuck game 1 here in the mixed pro doubles semifinals. U.S. Open Pickleball Championships, powered by Margaritaville, are brought to you by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. By Fat Tire, crisp, clean, and refreshing. The perfect post-play beer. By Zing Zang, the #1 Bloody Mary brand is on fire with Zing Zang Blazing Bloody Mary. And by Deco Turf, the official pickleball court surface of the U.S. Open Pickleball Championships.
Clear frame sunglasses.
Yeah, we are talking about the new owners for the U.S. Open Pickleball Championship who are in attendance sitting courtside here today. Bob Bowman, Mike D, and Pickle for America are taking the baton from Terry Graham and Chris Evon. Jim Ludwig, who has been the tournament director since the inception, he's not sure what he's going to do yet. If he's going to stick around or if he's going to go off into retirement as well. But it's kind of a sad day around here, you know, knowing that it's the end of an era with Chris and Terry.
9-10 now.
The ball was in, side out.
Oh, so referee Michael Westcott overturning the call there from Paris Todd that ball was wide. So ball in. Back on game point for Fudge and Diascu.
This is their 3rd game point. And they will not need a 4th as that goes long. And that will close out game 1. 11-8 in favor of Fudge and Diascu. Game 2 in this semifinal coming your way in just a moment as we continue our coverage of the 2024 Minto U.S. Open Pickleball Championships.
Great prizes from
You know that I feel good. Doing things I never thought I could. Smiling in the mirror, I look good. Like I should. I feel brand spanking new. I don't know about you, I feel good. Doing things I never thought I would. Smiling in the mirror, I look good. Like I should. I feel brand spanking new. I don't know about you, I feel good.
Ready for a real cocktail? Grab a Zing Zang ready-to-enjoy cocktail in a can. America's #1 Bloody Mary mix with vodka. Zing Zang Classic Margarita, tequila included. Mango margaritas made with tequila and real mango puree. And whiskey sours with real Kentucky bourbon. Real cocktails, real ingredients, really good. Zing Zang full-strength canned cocktails. Legendary taste, legendary day. Always ready.
Welcome back to East Naples Community Park. Absolutely picturesque day here in Southwest Florida. They call it the Paradise Coast, Naples, Marco Island, and the Everglades. And we move on to game 2 of this pro mixed doubles semifinal. Todd and Johnson now on the far court. Diaskew.
Almost got it back.
Zero, 1.
That was great teamwork. Both Fudge and Diaskew hitting some pretty good shots to get the first point of this second game.
1-0-1.
Oh, great defense by Fudge.
2-0-1.
Winner of this one will get Annalie Waters and James Johnson in the gold medal match later today. We'll have that for you on the live coverage on CBS Sports Network. Oh, Paris tried to go up over the top of Diaskew, and he's a little bit too tall to not hit that shot perfectly.
Still a tough shot there to keep in from Diaskew. That high backhand, very difficult to do anything with.
And Megan Fudge really just sitting on that one, waiting for it to come across to her backhand.
Yeah, that time she did a better job sliding to the right, clearing some space for the backhand.
Timeout receivers, 4-0-1.
And an early timeout going to be taken here by Todd and Johnson. We'll take a Takea hydration break. U.S. Open Pickleball Championships, powered by Margaritaville, are brought to you by Latitude, Margaritaville, and Minto. Change your latitude to the active adult paradise of Latitude, Margaritaville. By Skechers Pickleball. Experience comfort that performs with the Viper Court Pro. By Naples, Marco Island, and the Everglades, Florida's Paradise Coast. And by Margaritaville Hotels and Resorts. Check in and chill out at margaritavilleresorts.com. Glad to have you on board our coverage here from Naples, Florida, 2024 Minto U.S. Open Pickleball Championships. Dave Benz, Melissa McCurley, and Chad Edwards. And we got bubbles.
We have bubbles blowing in the booth. I actually...
It was me playing with the fan.
Is that what it was? I suddenly thought, wow, the wind has really picked up in here.
Yeah, good setup there from Todd. And it's the ball back behind Diaskew that's the important one for that.
Yeah, she saw him leaning a little bit left and then went in behind him. Even with his reach, that was a little tough.
Unforced error by Fudge. So the timeout serves its purpose.
0-4-1.
Boy, Diaskew and Fudge getting everything right now.
Wow.
Except that one.
Nice finishing ball there from Hunter.
Anticipating on that one, Chad, that it would come back through the middle and he'd have that opportunity to get behind Diaskew.
Second serve.
Unforced error by Paris. And
1-4-2.
1-4-2 now.
Oh. Got it right in the back.
Paris and Hunter trying to defend their title in this bracket from a year ago, but right now down a game and needing to side out here in the worst way. Trailing 1-4-1, 4-1-1 in favor of Basque and Fudge.
Second serve.
Andre will go wipe off a little of the perspiration.
4-1-2.
Ooh, that just hung on the net. It sets up an ATP. And she was definitely not thinking ATP, but it developed quickly.
What an adjustment by Paris Todd.
Well, it just kept on rolling enough. Just caught the line.
And all Andre could do was look at that one.
Second serve.
That's a perfect ATP, about a centimeter off the ground.
1-4-2. Side out.
Another good ball there from Diascu using his height and reach.
4-1-1.
Beat up by Paris. Fudge had the answer.
Yeah, Todd guessed right there in which direction to go. She might have had that down the line, but chose to go through the middle. And again, Fudge sliding to the right, clearing that backhand, putting a very good swing on it.
Second serve.
Diascu a little frustrated right there. You know, regardless of how well Diascu plays, he's always incredibly frustrated with any ball that he misses.
Yeah, he is the ultimate competitor, and and also the ultimate nicest guy. He's a great sportsman on the court and off the court, and a great representative of our sport of pickleball.
5-1-2.
Ernie by Johnson was well defended, and then Fudge. It's where Paris had to cheat over because of the Ernie, and Megan Fudge takes advantage.
Frustration right there from Todd and Johnson. Thought they had the point, but good defense again from Fudge. This time, Diascu letting out a little bit of a growl. Good setup there from Fudge.
1 minute.
And a timeout is going to be taken by Todd and Johnson as the deficit has swelled to 6 here in game 2. U.S. Open Pickleball Championships, powered by Margaritaville, are brought to you by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. By Fat Tire, crisp, clean, and refreshing. The perfect post-play beer. By Zing Zang, the #1 Bloody Mary brand is on fire with Zing Zang Blazing Bloody Mary. And by Deco Turf, the official pickleball court surface of the U.S. Open Pickleball Championships. 5th Avenue South in Naples, Florida. Definitely worth checking out if you haven't been down there. It goes all the way down to the beach in the Gulf of Mexico.
And just down the road from there is Tin City. And
I did go to Tin City this week.
Yeah, I really enjoy Tin City. They have sunset cruises that take off from there. They have excellent food, shopping, ice cream.
That is one thing I have done quite a few times is the Naples Princess cruise out there.
So out of the timeout, 7-1-2.
Around defense. Oh, nice defense there from Johnson.
And nice defense as well from Daescu. Keep this thing going.
Oh, court coverage just too good there for Daescu. It's all over the place. And a good job from Fudge with that fake Ernie putting the pressure on, changing the direction Johnson had to hit it. There's Rusty Howell with Pickleball Channel.
And suddenly just 2 points away from a berth in the finals.
Nine, 1-2. Side out.
Johnson and Todd still alive here, but a huge hill to climb. Down 1-9-1.
1-9-1.
Excuse me, sorry.
All good.
Couldn't get to my cough button quick enough.
What did you make happen for us over there, by the way?
Oh, there were handing out the snack here to the gold boxes, and I snuck 3 servings of chicken wings for us.
Not too shabby.
Melissa can't eat hers, so Dave, you and I have an extra couple of wings.
So Melissa's going to do a solo broadcast for a little bit.
Yes. You guys enjoy.
We will at some point, I'm not sure what time, but we will at some point be stepping down from the live stream as they will have to retransition everything for the CBS Sports Network feed.
Fudge was getting further and further right.
Three, 9-2.
3-9.
Side out.
And it's going to be a slow walk back to the baseline there for Hunter Johnson.
For multiple reasons. Paris actually kind of smirked a little bit.
Well, that was more of a my bad.
Yeah. So 9-3 as the serve goes back over to Fudge and Daescu, and Hunter's still needing a minute here. They'll give Hunter as much time as he needs right now. So Daescu and Fudge in the driver's seat here, up a game and 2 points away from moving on to play for the gold.
I'm sorry. Did you see Hunter Johnson jump? He was making sure he didn't get number 2.
Yeah.
And you know, he's a little bit motivated now.
There he goes. He's trying to get the crowd into this one now.
He just got the serve back.
3-9-1.
And that time it's Fudge that gets tagged.
Four, 9-1.
Todd to speed up. And then just a little bit long on the flip towards the baseline.
Four, 9-2.
Quick reaction by Diascu, but Fudge into the net.
Todd and Johnson not going to back down right now. They're not going out with a fight, without a fight.
9-2.
Trailed at 9-1. Paris misfires. And now Andre and Megan taking their time here. Capacity crowd on hand on this championship Saturday.
9-5-1.
Nice defense again there from Fudge. Johnson goes for the Ernie, but hits it directly into her body. Just a nice block from Fudge.
And that'll take us to match point.
Ten, 5-1.
Not yet.
Fudge was sliding over to cover middle after the backhand from Diascu, but she got caught as Diascu kept sliding over.
Match point number 2.
Oh, just wide there. Fudge trying to change direction, go behind Johnson.
Johnson and Todd not going without a fight.
5-10-1.
Both sides showing a ton of patience right here. And the ATP presents itself for Andre, so he'll capitalize.
Excellent drop there from Diescu. Just waiting for that ball to develop, get outside the post just enough that he could shape it back in.
Five, 10-2.
Still alive, and now only 4 points behind.
Yeah, they have been slowly but surely and somewhat quietly getting right back into this game.
6-10-2.
Paris goes for the ATP, but can't execute it. And this will bring up match point number 3.
10-6-1.
Paris sped it up, but Andre was ready, and there will be a new pro mixed doubles champion in Naples this season as the defending champs. They fall in consecutive games. 11-8, 11-6 in favor of Fudge and Diescu.
Yeah, good read here from Diescu, knowing that Todd was going to speed it up through the middle.
And then he just put it right into his body there to end the match.
And that is going to wrap up the live stream from Naples, Florida. We will be back at 5 p.m.
No, I think we're going to have one more.
I thought Ray just told me we were wrapping up the live stream. Ray, can you confirm?
I think we still had another hour to go.
Well, I mean, CBS Sports Network will be live at 5 p.m.
Yeah.
And I'm getting conflicting information here. We're gonna go to break. Back to Naples in just a moment.
Margaritaville. It's not just a state of mind. Now it's a place to live. Introducing Latitude Margaritaville. New homes in 55 and better communities where you can live the Margaritaville lifestyle every day. Find your new home at latitudemargaritaville.com.
Here on Florida's Paradise Coast, you can't help but think, if only every beach was this beautiful. If only every adventure was this exciting. If only every dinner was this special. If only every sky was this dramatic. All of which proves one thing. When you want a vacation to deliver only the finest of everything, only Paradise will do. Naples, Marco Island, and the Everglades, Florida's Paradise Coast.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the U.S. Open Pickleball Championships. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the U.S. Open Pickleball Championships.
Match point, it's all up to me. Nothing can get in my way. And when they ask, what are you gonna do next? I'll say, I'm going. Oh.
We're going to Margaritaville!
can go to Margaritaville too. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
Naples, Florida. We are just about set to get this bronze medal match underway. And going to let everybody watching on the live stream know that no matter where this match is at 4 Eastern time, we will be ending the live stream. We have to get things dialed in to be able to broadcast the live coverage on CBS Sports Network beginning at 5 Eastern. And in order to bring you those 3 gold matches, we have to get the transmission lines set up with CBS Sports, and it involves moving things around here for our crew. So we're not thrilled that we're going to have to step away from this match more than likely in the middle of it, but that is likely going to happen. Unless, Chad, we have a match like we had in the men's semis yesterday.
I don't foresee that one happening, but anything's possible.
Don't forget, coming up in 90 minutes on CBS Sports Network, we will have the live coverage of everything associated with Championship Saturday. Bring you some of the flag ceremony, which is always a big part of this pickleball party. So we're just about ready to get this thing underway. This is for the bronze medal. Dave Tardio has played really well this week. He'd love to leave here with a medal. Kind of a lengthy stoppage. They gave Paris and Hunter as much time as they needed after having lost on championship court just a short time ago.
Well, I do believe that Paris just came over and asked for a new referee, so not too sure what's going on right now as head referee Gail Scavangelli is making a few phone calls right now.
So you're saying it's going to be even more delayed?
Right now, that's what it looks like.
As they continue to get their warm-ups here on center court. And a discussion taking place right now. We need to find, Chad. What's that? Find an air fryer. Get these wings reheated, man. Are you a fan of the air fryer?
I have 3 air fryers, and I simultaneously have them going depending on what the kids are wanting, with wings, fries, done some pancakes in there. Bacon's good in the air fryer.
I'm a big fan. I found that you can make great French fries. You just got to boil the potatoes for a few minutes to get them a little malleable, then throw them in the air fryer.
Then throw them in. Actually, our oven has a air fryer setting in it now too. So everything's leaning towards the air fryer. It's certainly healthier than.
While we have a moment, by the way, I want to give a shout out to the volunteers who've made this tournament terrific once again. And I'm going to even give a special shout out to Tim Gibson. Tim is the guy who is out there on the street in front of East Naples Community Park and telling 95% of the people that come up, sorry, you can't park here. And he's been great. He's been out there for a couple of years out there in the hot sun, so shout out to him. We will get this bronze medal coverage underway as soon as they get this match started, and we'll bring you as much of it as we can leading up to 4 o'clock Eastern here from Naples.
Margaritaville. It's not just a state of mind. Now it's a place to live. Introducing Latitude Margaritaville. New homes in 55 and better communities where you can live the Margaritaville lifestyle every day. Find your new home at latitudemargaritaville.com.
Here on Florida's Paradise Coast, you can't help but think, if only every beach was this beautiful. If only every adventure was this exciting. If only every dinner was this special. If only every sky was this dramatic. All of which proves one thing. When you want a vacation to deliver only the finest of everything, only Paradise will do. Naples, Marco Island, and the Everglades, Florida's Paradise Coast.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the U.S. Open Pickleball Championships. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the U.S. Open Pickleball Championships.
Match point, it's all up to me. Nothing can get in my way. And when they ask, what are you gonna do next? I'll say, I'm going.
We're going to Margaritaville!
You can go to Margaritaville too. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
Well, still warming up here are Paris Todd and Hunter Johnson. Georgia Johnson and Gabe Tardio, they were out there warming up for a while, and now they're just kind of sitting, and we're waiting to see whether or not this is even going to, if we're going to get any of this on the air. It's been a lengthy delay. So we will keep you updated on what we're going to do here until we do know, no matter what, the live stream is going to end at 4 p.m. We may step down sooner than that just to give our crew more time to get things dialed in for CBS Sports. apologize due to the lengthy delay, and we're not really sure exactly when this match is going to get underway. We are going to go ahead and step down on the live stream. We will update you on what transpired in this bronze medal match when we get back on the air with CBS Sports Network at 5 Eastern. So that will do it for the live stream portion for today. Thanks for sticking with us. For Melissa McCurley, Chad Edwards, and our entire crew here in Naples, Florida, I'm Dave Benz saying so long. We will see you at 5 Eastern on CBS Sports Network.